Hey, what's going on guys? It's Chris here and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Now today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an XP farm. So first of all you're going to want to find yourself a spawner. Zombies and skeletons are the best because they have a 2 block height, and skeletons are obviously best because they can give stuff like bones and arrows and stuff, which is extremely useful. Zombies are still okay for stuff like carrots and potatoes, and if you want zombie fish then go ahead and make yourself a zombie spawner. Now after you've found yourself your spawner, you need to make it room like this basically. Light obviously is to stop mobs from spawning and actually to allow you to see. I've got it on peaceful mode. You can change your difficulty to peaceful to make your spawner, but it's more realistic and legit if you leave it on normal mode to make it a bit harder. Anyway, you want to make yourself a room that is 7 blocks wide, 7 blocks long, and then it is 3 blocks underneath the spawner. So as you can see there, I've dug out 3 blocks underneath the spawner. Now this is because when we add the water, we don't want the mobs jumping up and banging their head on the spawner, which they occasionally do if it is 2 blocks. So yeah, once you've gotten that, you can go ahead and dig a small drop. You can usually just do 3 blocks, or 2 blocks actually often works, and I'm going to go ahead and do 2. 2 works usually actually the best, to be honest, and it's closer to the spawner, so it allows for constant spawn rates. But you do need to move the mobs away. Now, get yourself a water buckets and place it along here, just for the water, but obviously that means it's going to drop there, which is something that's a problem, which is actually what I forgot to add another block. Dig another block, I forgot to add that actually. But that is something you're going to need to remember to do. You need to dig this 2 blocks out, because you want the water, which travels 8 blocks from the source, to end here, because then the mobs spawn, they drop, and they fall into this. Now you want to find yourself the centerpiece block, which is this one, and dig a small little pathway, because that's where you're going to want the mobs to be funneled. So place the water, and then you dig this until it stops, like so. And there you go. The mobs will drop down there, and they'll be ready to be killed. So obviously you're going to want to make yourself a nice room out here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's add some light, and I'm going to actually make this room nice and then get back to you. Okay, so you can see we've dug out a small little room here. You need to make sure the mobs stand 1 block up like so, and place the glass there. And you need to make sure this drop is a 3 block drop, because you don't want the piston to be on the same area as water, because that will prevent it from working. So you can see I placed the piston there, and we can come around here, and this is where we're going to set up the crusher. Now we're going to go ahead and actually make the crusher, but we're going to extend this slightly, because otherwise we're not going to have enough room. I like to make sure there is enough room so you can constantly make adjustments, etc. I know we're just going to get rid of this because we don't need that. So then we obviously make the crusher. So you guys remember the crusher design? Hopper, hopper, hopper into the other hopper. Then you need to make sure you have a block. We'll just use that block as normal. You need some redstone. We're going to need a block of redstone as well. We're going to need some comparators, because we actually need to put the comparator here. Actually facing like that. Facing like that. We'll extend this 1 more so we have enough space. Obviously the more amount of space is actually better, because then you can come in and have a look, see how it's working and stuff. Need that block there, place that there, that there. Then we need piston, redstone block, and then we'll give ourselves, how much of this shit do you reckon we'll need? 22, I believe, is efficient. There we go. Then you need a block there, and the button goes. That's where I've done something wrong, and I will be back just as I've checked exactly what I need to do. Okay, so we've gone ahead and wired this, so you need to have the torch. That's something that I forgot. The torch has to be active, and it needs to connect to this piston to keep this piston pushing this redstone block forward, so it doesn't activate this line. Then you can press the button, which will close this for the amount of time it takes for the redstone, which will push this forward, and then pop back out. So that's perfectly done. That's set up, and you can go ahead and actually door this off yourself, so you have a nice little area to check your redstone wiring. So you can just go bam and look, there's stuff in here. Also, it's probably a good idea to keep this lit up in case of mobs. So we'll place the torch there, and basically that's it. That is pretty much how this works. And so obviously the mobs will spawn there. You can just stand back and let them spawn. I'm not sure how far away that actually is, but that's actually something we can go ahead and check, because where is the mob spawner? And we better get rid of these torches as well. Because there is a certain amount of blocks away that the mobs can travel and spawn. And the problem with a mob spawner is if you're close enough to activate the mobs, right, spawning, then where the mobs are, like if you're waiting where the mobs spawn, right, if, say for example, you're standing here, and the mobs can spawn while you're in this range, but the mobs are dropping down here, the problem is the mobs will actually affect the spawn rate and mess up the spawner. Basically, it can't create more than 6 blocks within a certain area. So we have 112 and 256, and obviously the Y value. I don't have my previous mod, which I used for this, but it looks like it's 12x and a 8y. I believe that is within the range. I believe it's 18 blocks that it has to be away. So I believe if we just go here and put ourselves on normal difficulty, there we go, mobs can start spawning. And I'm just going to leave this actually for like 5 minutes and be back. Okay, and we're back after just 5 minutes, and you can see there is a lot of shit here. Okay, I'm checking on the entities, and there is 58. I'm not sure if that's all just skeletons, but I think it is actually. It'd be at least around 40. And, well, basically the way you kill these is we're going to go into survival mode and get some splash potions of harming. Now, that's the advantage of this setup. So we're going to go game mode 0. Because you can crush them and knock them down to 1 health, and I didn't actually realize I was going to do that, so I should probably get rid of that door. But that's the advantage of this setup. It breaks them, it keeps them in this small little 1x1 gap, and then you can go ahead and chuck a potion. And I forgot that harming potions actually heal them. I am really on the top of my game today. I'm sorry, I've got a science lab thing later today, and I was up like all night doing the report, and it killed my brain. Seriously, I want to cry. Anyway, so I just healed them actually, so I need to chuck 2 of these things at him. Whoopsies again. But yeah, don't use harming potions. Skeletons heal from harming potions, and healing potions kill them. Oh, that killed some of them. There we go. That's going to kill the majority of them, and the last few were just ones that spawned. But as you can see, you get a crap ton of XP. So holy shit, it's still going. 21 levels after about 5 minutes. So the way the XP works, I'd say it'd take about 8 to 10 minutes to get to the 30 levels, and we got ourselves a Respiration 1, Blast Precision 1 helmet, and we got 60 bones and 63 arrows, and a bow. So pretty damn efficient. Pretty good. And you can go ahead and make yourself like a ladder up to there, or whatever, up to the surface, or you can make the rest of your base connected to this, and they're really good in faction servers, just saying, because you can get a shit ton of XP for really beastly loot to take out, like, obviously people, and a lot of the time in faction servers you can sell enchanted weapons on like black markets and stuff and get really crazy amounts of cash. And we're going to get rid of that because it's just annoying. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something out of this tutorial. Go ahead and use this in your own worlds. It will make me feel good about myself, and it is honestly a lot better than the drop traps and the water drop traps, the ones that elevate them up and drop them, and it's better than pretty much the majority of XP farms out there that revolve around a spawner, because it is fully efficient, it doesn't lose any efficiency, and yeah, it's really good and fast and shit. You can just wait here AFK for like an hour, come back and get like level 100. Seriously, I've done it before and it just lags your computer out, but it's hilarious. Anyway, catch you guys later. Remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials in the future. Bye.